Dreaming of the stars on high that speak to me in secret sighs, drifting on a breeze. Only I can feel and hear. Could it be the sacred wind that's calling me to now begin to walk into the dark, carrying the light of tomorrow? The beating of the wings up high, beyond the earth, beyond the sky. Come out, don't hesitate, don't look back, we've got to go now. Don't fear, you'll be safe from now on. Morning sky watching around. Deep inside, so silently, my heart was beat. Deep inside of me, memories flickering and shimmering on endlessly. Keeping close to the path, morning sky watching around. Moving over endless mountains of the high. Walk into the light, your heart will see the path, and you will find the way. Just wait and see, over endless miles of high. Tomorrow will follow and behold your promises today. Just wait and see.
Okay. So, if the intro didn't tip you off, we're playing Crystal Chronicles. Let's see, I think I'll leave the town name as is. And hopefully, this game will cooperate with us. Actually, I should probably let you go ahead and take a look at that. Alright. Let's see if there's any options I can tamper with before we go anywhere. Nope, doesn't look like it. The one thing that is different is that I'm by myself, so I don't get any help. Controller's being a little finicky right now. Odd. Let's see. I always used this one and was a blacksmith. Hopefully it all keeps up, but if not, I've come up with a trick to help force our way through areas that want to be bratty. But if we're lucky, we won't have to worry, and everything will go nicely. So far, so good. Yeah, each specialization in the village can give you little benefits. So I may end up making other characters anyway to fully capitalize on that. But for this first episode, we're just gonna go through the first level. And if none of you have ever seen a Crystal Chronicles game before, it's a Final Fantasy spin-off game. It's kind of hard to explain in words, but it's basically kind of like a top-down in a way. You'll see soon enough. And they're going to give us a little tutorial option here, and I'm going to go ahead and do that so you guys can get an idea of what's going on. But yeah, I am actually at a bit of a disadvantage because this is a game that very much was designed for multiplayer. But we do get Mog to help us out. But in essence, the backstory of the game is the world is basically overrun with a miasma, and the only places that are safe are within the crystal, within the protective crystals in villages, and within these chalices. And we go around collecting basically what is needed to recharge those crystals in what are called crystal caravans. So you've got your basic attack. If the would let me do the triple, there we go. You got defending. And then you get stuff like magic and other slots, and I'll go ahead and show you that. And you can get advanced spells and stuff like that. Alright. Yeah, looks like everything's going along nicely. How wonderful. And yeah, this will be a second upload today. I want to make up for the other day not recording. Alright. And fusion. See, when you're in single player, you get a couple of extra things, extra items, because you can normally just mix spells with the people you're playing with to the same effect. So we're gonna fuse our spells and get gravity, which is very useful against certain enemies. Some of them it's useless, others it's absolutely essential to have, because flying enemies take immensely less damage unless you drag them down or use certain magics. Yep. Alright. And I'll explain what Mog does. Other than carrying the chalice for you, which he doesn't even do all the time eventually, gets tired, he'll occasionally cast spells with you during battle and allow you to mix for higher level spells. But enough yammering from me.
They say that wicked creatures prowl the road along this beautiful riverbank, but nobody's ever seen one. I once asked a man why. He simply replied, because anybody who happens upon one is promptly eaten. But it is long since anyone has met such a fate. For nowadays, people take another route, far away from the spooky old road. Only we walk the old way now, travelers in crystal caravans.
And each level has those little introductions to them. They're all nice. I love this game. The other Crystal Chronicles games don't have the exact same charm this one does, because to me this is a game that is truly timeless. Alright, let's get started. Let's see what we got. and each character has certain stats and foods they like. So favorites, yeah, and they'll heal you less, but if you eat them more, slowly but surely they'll go up. So it's good to have some of the other ones so you can kind of scrounge your way through tough scrapes. And our equipment, as one could imagine, isn't that great. Alright. Pick that up. So yeah, I gotta stay within that barrier, otherwise I take damage. Gotcha. Phoenix Downs. If you've played any Final Fantasy game, you know what a Phoenix Down is. Fire, very useful. Oh, I don't have it equipped. I have my command list full. Oh, and those are focus attacks. Basically, if I, hold the attack button. I don't remember if I need it equipped. Yeah, I need it in the command slot. Okay. So we'll have the Phoenix down in the command slot. That's a key, that's Cure. Eventually we'll get stuff to expand the command list. Ow. But Cure is essential to a lot of these levels. And then there's stuff like elements for the crystals that have different effects, like resistances and things like that. All really fun stuff. That's another cure. Unfortunately, we can't make use of that, but we'll take it anyway. I'm used to carrying the chalice. I was the chalice carrier when I played it with my family. We kind of swapped up, but more times than not, I found myself carrying the chalice. Ow. Oh yeah, and when you see that, that means he's ready to cast. Darn it, Mog. Oh well. Double Axe? Those are artifacts that help boost your stats at the end of the game, or end of the level. You carry that. Thank you. There's a treasure over there. It's chugging just a bit, but certainly manageable. So many cure magicites. Ow. Okay. And then there's also other techniques, like you can combo some magic onto charge attacks for like Flame Strike and Thunder Strike and stuff like that. There's a lot to it. Especially for a game of its time. Not that GameCube was like an early era or anything, but it's a different type of game. One we hadn't really seen from Final Fantasy from that point. Alright, I think that's everything from this area, other than that chest over here, and we'll go get that. The big thing we're looking for is blueprints and things like that. Yeah, these things. Designed for equipment and stuff. Because that's how we get really good equipment down the line. What's this? Oh yeah, and these things you can take back to the village and they'll give you stuff at the start of the next year. Lots of things that will be better explained as we go along. Ow. I'm good, Mog, don't you worry. Cherry clusters. But yeah, having a team gives you a lot more access to magic. And just Fire Rigger! Yeah, when you combine spells, there's a certain delay. If you do it at the same time, you'll do a level 2 magic, which in this case would have been like Fyra. Or if you delay it a certain amount, I forget specifically how long it is, you can get the 3rd tier magic. And so forth if you have extra spells. Phoenix down, I'll take that. Novice weapon. Life. That can be useful to us. In fact, I'll show you something real quick. Go back to the top. Oh wait, no, it's not life that does it. Or rather, basically, I was gonna show you a magic combination, but I can't remember it. Maybe it was clear. I'm good, Mog. Okay, now if you want to help, you can. The problem is Mog only does stuff in combo with you. So you can't just drop the chalice and have him cast a spell every now and again. Ah! It's not letting me do the combo. There we go. Go ahead and grab that. And he's also using Blizzard, which is a good way to check like what spell Mog is going to use, and so you can try to synchronize with him. Ow. Yeah, that's what happens if you fall outside the barrier. There's a blizzard. 2 blizzards, actually. And that was Thunderstrike, as you saw. There we go. Oh, Moogle Pocket. And that extends my command list. So now we've got Blizzard on there as well. No. I will carry it if I want to. And in fact, since we don't have anything else we need, for the moment anyway, we're gonna use both Blizzards and use Blizzara. And over here is bronze armor, and we're getting pretty close to the final area. Let's go over here first. Interestingly enough, Moogles can exist in the miasma just fine. Alright. But yeah, our objective is to find those trees and gather, however you say the word, that they dispense, and take them back to our home village. But before we can get there, we've got a monster in the way. And it's a big one. Recognize the music? Gotta dodge that, gotta dodge that. And yeah, some bosses have elemental weaknesses. This guy's is ice, so it's good that we found 2 blizzards. And that is slow, if that hits us. Ugh. What do you got, Mog? Nope, not good enough. Ow. Thank goodness that doesn't do damage. I've never actually ever been able to figure that out. Sometimes it lets you do the multi-hit, sometimes it doesn't. It doesn't seem to be like timing either. I've just never been able to figure it out. Alright, now he'll start casting Thundera. Or Thundara. And admittedly, if that hits you, it does a good chunk and then it stuns you, so you might get hit with 2 Thundaras. And at this stage in the game, that can knock you out real quick. But it's done with. The tree! Hello, Mog. And yeah, since I'm doing this alone, I guess you guys can choose other characters and what you want them to be and names and whatnot, and then occasionally we could swap characters out, because I've got plenty of time to start maxing out people's gear, since it's just me. I could easily max out several people. And that'd be fun. I think it'd be fun. So yeah, let me know. And then we get mail. What do we got? Let's see. And then we can send gifts to make the family happy. Let's see, do I have anything? Let's see. Let's send some gil since I don't have a good item to send. Just 100. We'll be fine. Wait, who was that from? Wait, Roland? Oh, that's the mayor. I think. Pretty sure. In any case. That'll do. And yeah, and then there's this little thing for other players, and the guy who gets the highest score gets first pick of the loot. Benefits of being the only one here. Now, I'm going... Oh, come on, let me see. I'm gonna pick the Moogle Pocket because... A, you only have so many things you can get before you start running out, so you want to get bigger ones, like ones that give you more bonus. At least I think that's how it worked. And B, we need those command slots early. So, yeah, I think that'll do for a first one. It's a bit shorter, but I mean, it'd be a lot longer to try and do another level. So, I'll figure out how long I'll make these down the line. But that'll do it for this one, and I hope you enjoyed this new series. I'll see you guys later.